Hello everyone, this is Tuchodor and welcome to my October bullet journal video. This time I decided to do something a bit different and I'm gonna use only simple materials that everyone can easily find in their home, like tape, newspaper. Well, even though you don't have those materials at home, you can just replace them with whatever you have. I wasn't sure which concept to go for. I was between book and city, and finally I decided to go with city. So let's get started. This is our first page. You can put a quote here or a little design. I decided to draw a traffic sign because it's quite matching with my concept. So why not? During this video, I'm only gonna use coffee to paint it. Yeah, this is actually Nescafe. I just put boiling water in it, melt it down, and painting with it right now. And I'm loving it. When I'm done with painting, I'm waiting for it to get dry first and taking my micron pen and writing one way on it. During the video, I'm just gonna use two pens. One of them is this, Micron 01, and the other one is a bit thicker version of this. I'm trying to do some wooden texture on it, and it looks quite nice actually, nice and simple. I think it's more or less done. I like it, so I can move on to the next page. Here I'm gonna paint the city view. I'm starting the painting from the background buildings first, and I'm using my coffee. I have to let you know in advance that this page is gonna be a bit crazy because I'm gonna put so much details and I'm gonna put so much effort on it because I quite like it. But you can keep it simple. You don't have to do as much as details I do, but I'm enjoying it, so why not? It's gonna be a bit like patchwork. I'm gonna use a lot of different materials which you can replace with anything you have around you, anything you think gonna match with it, so feel free. Actually, the purpose of this video to show you guys that you can do pretty stuff with very simple things, and deep inside I'm hoping that it's gonna end up being pretty. Finger crossed. Okay, here is the psycho part of the video. I collect lots of paper that I have at home and I separated some that I thought they can look good together. First, I'm taking one of them, doing a rough sketch on it and cutting this piece off. And now I'm taking my utility knife and start to cut little tiny windows on it. Yeah, that part took quite long. But I was super okay with it because I quite enjoy it. But if you don't want to waste your time on it, if you're not good at a utility knife or you're not allowed to use it, you can just skip this part and you can use your pen to end some windows on a paper instead of cutting them. Look at it, it looks just so cute. I want to bite it. Really, so nice. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with different kind of papers. I just want to have those different colors that I think gonna look amazing together. I hope gonna look amazing together anyway. If you don't have exactly the same paper at home, no worry, you can just use newspaper for it or clothes that you don't use it anymore. Really, you can use anything you have around you actually. I believe that I have enough buildings now. It's time to glue them on my page. I'm just taking them randomly and glue them on the paper as I wish. I have to be honest, right now I'm really hoping that it's gonna look pretty in the end because in my imagination it looks nice, but I am not sure how it's gonna turn out when I actually done with it. Well, I glue all of them right now. I'm gonna take my coffee and add some details on. Look, it's what I told you earlier, that you can use your pen to end some windows. That's what I'm doing right now, and they look quite cute actually. Well, my general shape is done. I'm just gonna add some details till I'm bored with this page. I am falling in love with this coffee, I think I'm gonna use it more often to do some paintings later on. It's quite nice. If you realize I'm not really paying attention on my paintings, I'm doing it because I find the imperfection more perfect than the perfect. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. I think I'm done with the painting. It looks quite nice and I should not play with it a lot. Now I'm going and putting my title. October. What a nice month. I'm just gonna write down a little calendar here. After I put some drop shadow under my title, I'm cleaning my reference line, and of course I am messing with it as usual. Yeah, that's my tradition, I know. The ink wasn't dry and I just erased it and I just messed up. Ta-da-da! We're almost done here. I just need to cut these extra pieces and voila, good to go. Let's move on to the next page now. On this page, I'm gonna put a big calendar of October, and to the empty space on the right side, I'm gonna put a section for notes. I start with my title first. After I'm done with the title, I'm gonna divide the page to the little boxes. Actually, not so little because I'm putting a lot of notes inside, so they are as big as they can be. I wanted to add some drop shadow under my title, but my camera wasn't agree with me where to focus, so it preferred to focus on my hand. Sorry for this. Before I put the number of the days, I decided to put some coffee dots underneath. And after get dry, I'm writing down my dates. Now it's time to design the notes section. I decided to use those two papers here and do kind of like skyscraper. So I'm cutting them on a nice shape and I'm cutting some little windows on the side. They look cute. After I glued them here, I'm putting a little coffee touch on it. Ah, by the way, look. I'm putting some dots here. Guess what it is? Guess. Okay, nothing so exciting actually. I just decided to like add little birds here. They look cute. I quite like them. I'm adding a little drop shadow and a tiny door here. And now I'm putting my title, but look at it. It's a bit messed up. The paper wasn't very good friend with the coffee, it seems. So I cut these extra pieces from the paper and I'm gonna glue it on these messed up areas and put my title on it. Voila, looks way better right now. After I put my drop shadows and clean my reference line, this page is good to go. By the way, if you don't want to put notes here, you can just do like to-do list or the mask, blah blah, whatever you think that's gonna be more useful to you. Let's go. On the left side of this page, I decided to put weekly planner because I think that I quite need it. I'm just gonna divide the page to the 5 sections, 1 section per week. And on the right side of the page, I'm gonna put creative ideas on the top and video planner on the bottom. I'm starting with my title as usual, weekly planner. After that, I decided to put a like tiny city just beside. I'm using my tape and my coffee, drawing some buildings. They look super cute though. And now I'm taking my pen and adding some more details on it and put my drop shadow on my title as well. Now I'm dividing my page to the 5 and I think that this page is gonna be super useful for me. Every Monday I'm gonna come to this page and write down that what's my task for this week, and by the end of the week I can like observe better. I can more like move step by step. We can move on to the next page now. Here there will be creative ideas on the top and a video planner on the bottom as I told. This is super related to what I do, so you can just customize this page as you wish. Like if you're a student, you can put your like homework section or grade section or like calendar, or if you're working, if you have a project to finish, you can like make a page about it, or you can do like a mood tracker or whatever you feel like, really totally up to you. I don't know if you realize I'm keeping this journal quite simple actually. Before I was more like too much painting, details and like decorations all around, but I wanted to keep this one simple, like everyone can easily do at home, and make it a bit more useful than the previous ones. I hope you like it also. I think I'm liking it. Well, I'm done with this page. I'm cleaning my reference lines and I'm good to go to my next one. The top left side of the page gonna be habit tracker. I'm gonna put sport, food, sketch and social. Before I was using like 6 or 8 of them and I found it super unnecessary actually. Under my habit tracker, I'm gonna put a new section which is discovers. I think that is gonna be quite useful. We will see by the end of the month probably. And on our right side, I'm gonna put highlight of the month. I can honestly say that this is one of my favorite sections. So let's get started with our title. First, I'm using my ruler to do my like general shapes of the box. Then I'm leaving my ruler and freehanding inside the calendars. Are you ready that your eyes are gonna melt now? Look at my lines. Oh my gosh, I start very straight, but then I just lose control. Anyway, I'm not obsessed with the straight lines, so I'm okay. I'm adding my titles now, and I still use my coffee actually. I would never guess that I'm gonna have such an effect with the like simple coffee. Loving it, really loving it. Okay, I have my general shape. Now I'm adding drop shadow to my title. That's the thing actually, I like the effect of the coffee, but it's a bit light, so I need to put a drop shadow to make it a bit more sharp. After I add my shadows, details, blah 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 all around, this page is quite nice and done. Let's move on to the next and the last one. I wanted to do like little decoration beside the title, so I'm using like 3 different kind of tapes. I cut some little squares and like sticking them together, using my coffee to add some other buildings on the background and etc. And putting my title now, highlight of the month. I'm adding these little windows on the beginning of the lines to like separate the sections a bit nicer. My general design is more or less okay. Now I'm gonna take my micron pen and add some details for sure. Maybe you already realize that I quite like the tiny details. Probably it's my favorite part. I quite like it. I can spend like hours with it. I actually spend hours with it. Well, I think my page is good to go. Let's clean the reference lines. Et voila. We came to the end of our video here. I hope you like it and enjoy the idea. If you do the same, please send me photos on Instagram. I would like to see your version of it. If you like the video, you know what to do. I see you guys very soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao!